So I'm just having some thoughts. Today I've been working all day. Now I'm packaging stones. I've been packaging all day and just thinking and making videos. It's kind of been very calm today for me, internally and externally, even with the war going on. I made an appointment to go to the post office now. Ever since the corona, you can't even go to the post office without making an appointment. So I made an appointment for the post office and I just got a notice for 5. Now it's about 4, maybe 3:30. And I was debating if I should go anyway because I was thinking maybe I should get some more packages ready before I go. But they canceled my appointment because of the war, the situation that is now. So I made a new appointment for tomorrow morning, and hopefully that will go through. But I'm actually thinking that it's way better because I don't have to worry about it. What I wanted to talk about is I've been thinking a little bit more about. Oh, look at this, a heartstone. I love heartstones. Whenever I find heartstones, I pick them up. But this actually came out of stones that my daughter sent me. So beautiful. It's like I open up the bag and the heart is sitting right on top. See, this is the bag of stones. These are little like necklace stones for making jewelry. So I'm packaging them now in 5s. I'll put the heartstone over here by my desk. I was thinking about how we're basically being held hostage by society. Like this morning, I really wanted to, I just like being out in nature. And I was thinking about that documentary that I saw with the chimpanzees where they just kind of go from within the forest, and we're desecrating their forest. But they just kind of go from tree to tree, and they lollygag, and they do what they feel, and they have their community, and they don't have worries when they wake up in the morning where their food is going to come from, what kind of shelter they're going to have. Every day they make a new nest for themselves to sleep up in the tree, and they move around in tribes. And these are animals that are very close to us in nature, very close to the way that we behave. They each have their own personalities, and and their own language, and they have interactions with each other and their families, how they're set up, and different tribes. And I imagine that it's very close to how humanity is by nature. But anymore, we were robbed of it. We are held hostage by society today and held hostage by our governments. And we have to get up in the morning and go to work. There is no other way. Even if we wanted to be nomads, the majority of us, first of all, we're conditioned away from it. So we wouldn't even know how to, it would take us a long time to come back into our natural state of being. I can see that on the spiritual awakening. We're kind of asleep, and governments and people in power want to keep us asleep because it's for their convenience. We're the taxpayers. We are the ants. We are the ones that are paying the bills, footing the. That's a really cute one. I like that one. It's kind of long. It's a really cute one. We're the ones. See, I'm sorting them into 5s. They're really small. They're really cute. So I'm sorting them into 5s. So we're the ones that keep the motor going. We're the ants. We're the ones that have to pay taxes. We have to pay for rent. We have to pay for everything that we do, and we have to make money. It's not like we don't even have the choice of getting up tomorrow morning and going and living off in nature. You can't. The government will come and move you. There's nowhere to go to. And besides, nature is so far raped, and I'm using a very, very difficult word for it, but it is. We've raped nature. We've ripped forests apart in order to domesticate everything, in order to put in fields and make everything into systems. So we're taking over nature as if we are smarter than nature, as if we have any kind of right. And that was also something that I saw when we were sitting at the natural spring the other day, is that the animals that is their habitat, humans come in and just completely destroy and disrespect their habitat and to their right to live as nature wants them to live. It's just, it's it's unfathomable. Is that a word? It's just unbelievable when you disconnect yourself for a second from humanity and from the ego, and you come in and you look at it from a topical, a clean point of view. You can just see what we are doing, and it's devastating. It's absolutely devastating. It's devastating to the planet. It's devastating to the animals. It's devastating to our own habitat. We're disconnecting ourselves further and further. We're living a life of stress. You look at the chimpanzees, they're not under stress, but we're so far away from our nature that we're living in constant stress and constantly disconnected. And even if we wanted to go back, that there is no way to go back. So we're kind of like held hostage, and we have to get up, and we are forced to go and work and make money and do this and do that, and we're forced because we don't have a choice. Okay, so my mother came to visit me, so I'm going to stop this.